Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no. I truly believe for one to record his thoughts on Descendants of Zombies, he has to do it with an open heart and an open mind. And unfortunately for a lot of people who try to record their thoughts on Descendants of Zombies, they can't do that for you. Because they don't know what it's like to be a fan of Clarke and or a fan of Freya, or a fan of Malachi, or a fan of Ruby. I've been a fan of this for forever, or at least what feels like forever for me. So every single time that I record a video about Descendants of Zombies, I just push record. I never know what I'm going to say, or how the video is going to turn out, or how much of a reach, or how much of a response I'm going to receive. It just happens for me. And I just do everything with an open heart and an open mind and see how it goes. Like recently, when I uploaded my latest Freya Skye video and got over 10 subscribers and almost 2,000 views. That was the highest watched video on this YouTube channel's history, and I have each and every one of you to thank for that. I just recently bought a $3,000 computer and put it behind the investments behind this YouTube channel because of each and every one of you. My room looks like the Jetsons movie today because of each and every one of you. You guys remember that TV show? Perhaps many of you are too young to remember it, but my room seriously looks like the Jetsons today because I believed in you this much. I believed in your favorite characters that much that I would record hundreds of videos about Descendants of Zombies and put all of my time and invest all of my money behind this YouTube channel. It has nothing to do with what I want to get out of YouTube or what I want to experience in my own life. It just has everything to do with how I want to meet thousands of fans of Descendants of Zombies. And some way or somehow, these videos are continuously reaching out and touching the hearts of millions of people. That's why I can never get enough of saying thank you on every video that I upload, because somebody never fails to hit my subscribe button or let me know they love these videos. I want to let you guys know that this YouTube channel will forever and always be here because of each and every one of you. Because you are a fan of Freya Skye, because you are a fan of Clarke and you believe in them that much that you will watch hundreds of videos about Descendants of Zombies. Unfortunately for you guys, you can't find the commentaries and the respect and the due diligence that people should be showing to your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars that I believe have been missing from reviews of Descendants of Zombies for a very long time. This has a lot to do with how people have felt about Clarke for me, and I've been left broken-hearted about how people feel about Clarke, so much so that she's been reduced to tears because of how people feel about her. And I just wanted Clarke and Freya to know that everything was going to be okay, because fans out there love them so much that they would buy their merch, they would buy their EPs, they would download it off Spotify and iTunes because they believed in them that much, and they should never doubt themselves. That's why people recognize their talents. That's why management labels take full advantage of people like Freya and Kylie, because they realize the talent that exists with them. For some reason, having everything to do with the critics who provide them with criticism, they feel downhearted. They feel as if they're not good enough. I've heard it from Meg Donnelly, I've heard it from Clarke I've even heard it from Freya Skye, but I also see that excitement from Freya Skye to be a part of whatever she's a part of, and being so appreciative of every moment that she gets to experience because of and with each and every one of you. Kind of like you guys at the Worlds Collide Tour, how you showed up, and don't think I didn't notice it because I did. You guys showed up and you showed so much love and support for Freya Skye that she herself couldn't even believe it. I was reviewing it and I couldn't even believe it. And I felt like I was a part of something that was so special. It was a moment that I wish I could have frozen time and could have stopped. If I had a magic stopwatch, I think I would have stopped that moment, because it was a moment that I wanted to live over and over again because of how fun it was. I never had the chance to be in the crowd of the Worlds Collide Tour and experience it the way it was forever and always meant to be experienced, but I would have loved to have taken myself up on the opportunity to have crowd surfed, to have met thousands of Descendants of Zombies fans, and showed you the same respect that you showed and brought to this tour. Because many people showed up with the sole purpose of criticizing this tour, and that's where all of my issues lied with, were the critics and the criticism they provided us with. Because people who watch these videos are fans of Descendants of Zombies. They love Freya to death. They have a never-say-die attitude when it comes to Freya Skye. They love her music so much. They love her acting as an actress. Of course, Nova in Zombie Swore Down to the Vampires was a beautiful character, and nobody could have ever brought it to life as powerfully as what Freya Skye did. I thought that character was so cool, and she was so vibrant, and she was just so fun to be around, and she was so appreciative of everybody she surrounded herself with. And that's the vibe that I've forever and always taken away from everything Freya Skye has had something to do with. I can only hope and wish that Malachi Burton appreciates their friendship as much as what she does, because the vibe I get from Freya Skye is truly unbelievable. It is something that I believe in, it is something that I trust in, and I think that a lot of people believe in it just as much. And that's what's so fun about being a fan of Descendants and Zombies, is that we never know what quite to expect. We never know what's going to happen. We never know what quite to make of it, because we're just making predictions and we're making theories on what could happen in this franchise. Because I'll be honest with each and every one of you, I never know what's going to happen in Descendants and Zombies, but that's what makes being a fan of Descendants and Zombies so fun and so unpredictable, is that we can say it's mermaids inside of the vortex, but do we really know what's inside of the vortex? Do we really know what's going to come and what's going to happen for Nova and Victor's story? But that's what's so exciting about the story, and what makes it so beautiful is that we don't really know that much about them, and we really don't know what their interest is in each other until the story becomes more detailed and more in-depth. Now, of course, it has everything to do with their age. People are wondering why they never kissed in Zombies 4 Down to the Vampires. Again, it has everything to do with their age, but that doesn't mean that we won't see it happen. Because I have this to say to everybody who believes in something happening for Zombies 4 Down to the Vampires in the future and beyond. If you believe that they're going to kiss, if you believe they're going to spend the rest of their lives together, then believe it. If you believe that mermaids are inside of this vortex, pirates and witches, I think it's cool. And I see there's nothing wrong with that. Because I think that the commentaries and the points of view that you guys have wanted for people to share with you on the Zombie Swore Down to the Vampires and the upcoming Descendants 5 Book of Wonderland sometime between now and July 2026 is forever and always what you guys have wanted. It's just that people don't know how to record commentaries on Descendants of Zombies. People don't know how to invest the time and the money behind YouTube channels that actually inspire you to be a fan of Descendants of Zombies and all Disney content. I've been a fan of every aspect of Disney for at least the last 30 years. I've been alive for almost 40 years, and I've been on YouTube for at least 25 of the 35 years that I've been on both radio and YouTube. And to be honest with each and every one of you, my videos sucked. 20 years ago, my videos really sucked. Nobody watched them. Nobody hit the subscribe button. Nobody hit the like button. Nobody listened to my radio show because it was on a lot of podcast websites that nobody had ever heard tell of, until many years later that I launched a YouTube channel and uploaded over 3,000 videos. And then finally, I probably got 100 views here or there. And then I came upon this franchise, and the love and support that I received for probably 5 Descendants videos I uploaded over a decade ago was truly unbelievable and instrumental to anything that I had ever done in my lifetime. Because the amount of love and support that I had received for this YouTube channel never ceased to blow my mind, and I've never left since. I feel like I've been a student at Ordon Prep for forever, and I've never ever wanted to leave. And I've kind of become your voice of Descendants and Zombies for some unexplained reason that I have no reason to actually, believe. I can't believe that this happened for me, but I have never felt more honored to sit in front of you guys with a Sonic the Hedgehog, a Dumbo, and a Stitch behind me, and a life-size Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, and talk about Descendants and Zombies. What you see behind me is an exemplification of just how much further kindness can go in this lifetime, because how Disney has wanted all those characters to be represented is through the emphatic message of kindness. And we saw that in the Descendants characters from the Descendants franchise, whatever aspect of the franchise that made you a fan, every character exemplified their own feeling of kindness that they brought to the franchise. Evie never ever wanted to quit on Mel. Kylie Control never ever wanted to quit on Malia Baker. Chloe and Red just stayed together for forever. And that's what was so beautiful about the Rise of Red franchise, was the emphasis of friendship and just how valuable it is to a person's lifetime, because some of our friends that come into our lifetime only happen once for every lifetime. And it just goes to show just how precious a friendship actually is and how far we have to go sometimes to keep it. They are moments in time that we wish we could stop if we were in possession of a magic pocket watch to freeze. Because the honest thing about life is we never know how long life is or how much time that we have or how precious it is. We never take into consideration how precious time is. So the greater emphasis on just how valuable and how precious time is coming to the forefront for Descendants: The Rise of Red had been beautifully put on display. And I think more people realize now just how precious time is because we never get it back. And we never know how much time that we have. I have been very honest with you guys that I'm just a guy on YouTube that loves to upload videos about Descendants of Zombies in every aspect of Disney. If I could go back in time and relive the popularity of Goof Troop or Hercules or Aladdin, I would do it in a heartbeat. Because I think that these franchises represented by so many phenomenal characters that were brought to life by someone who just wanted to draw and bring these characters to life was truly unbelievable. That's why we have some of the most beautiful artists of all time uploading their sketches to YouTube now, because they have a talent and a passion for artistry. I've seen some of those beautiful covers collaborated from Disney songs from some of the most popular franchises of all time, like The Little Mermaid and Snow White and Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, because you guys feel passionate about it and you want to upload your own versions of the covers and your own drawings. It's really cool how Descendants of Zombies has not only encouraged us to believe in happily ever after, but also to pursue our dreams and our talents. It may take us forever to find what our talents are individually, but we all eventually do find a light. We all have one. It's just a matter of how and when we find our light and how we put every dream that we have into fruition. Because one of the greatest feelings of all time is when you sit back and you realize, oh my God, did this dream really happen for me? I've seen it happen countless of times where people have never really believed in their abilities or their talents so much, but when they realize what they can actually put into fruition, it's a dream come true for everybody, because a dream is a wish that starts with your heart, and your heart helps you make that dream. You just have to trust in your heart, and it's all about how much you trust in your heart being your best friend. Of course, that's a quote from Cinderella from the 1950s, but I always used to watch Cinderella because I felt inspired by it. I still watch cartoons to this very day like SpongeBob SquarePants and Bluey, because of the message of kindness. So I can kind of feel real sympathetic towards Meg Donnelly and how she feels about SpongeBob SquarePants and, of course, Bluey, because I've never quit on those characters because of just how kind they were and how genuine they actually were and how they inspired us to be kinder to people that we surround ourselves with in this lifetime. I would love to binge watch Bluey with Meg Donnelly to feel very sympathetic towards her and let her know how much I understand her and how much I get her. Because the thing is, you not only have to talk about your favorite Descendant stars, but you also have to get them, which means understanding them. So you have to understand the reason why Kylie Contrell is so emotional and why she cries all the time. She cries because she misses her friends. And that's something to be very understandable about. And I wish that more guys felt really sympathetic towards how a girl felt about how she misses her friends and just how close-knit of a bond they actually share with each other. Because they tell each other everything. They don't tell guys everything because girls don't really understand them better than what guys ever do. And I think that if more guys understood why girls are so close with each other, I think the world would be a better place. It would be a more comforting place and a more reassuring place if more guys would understand just how valuable friendships are between girls. And we see this all the time with Malia Baker and Kylie Contrell and Duff Cameron and Sophia Carson, which is something that I can never seem to get enough of. I love seeing them be happy. I love seeing them have fun. I love seeing Ruby Rose Turner just kind of stick her head into Kylie Contrell's videos and her business all the time, because the thing is, she's so curious about life, and she's so very passionate about life. And that's something that I love so much about Kylie and Malia and Ruby, and I see this all the time in Kylie Contrell's music videos, because if you notice, every single one of Kylie Contrell's music videos have credits in them, because she wants her fans to know that she has so many incredible friends that she can't go without mentioning, that she can't go without having to be a part of her everyday life. And I want Kylie Contrell to know that I support that through every video that I upload. That's the reason why the colors of my keys on my new computer today are red, or why my colors of my keys could be blue tomorrow, because I represent myself through so many emphatic ways of Descendants of Zombies. I think that by just telling everybody you're a fan of Descendants of Zombies sometimes just isn't good enough. You don't really need posters or dolls as part of your backdrop on your YouTube videos to really put a greater emphasis and appreciation behind why you're a fan of Descendants of Zombies. You just got to let everybody know why you're a fan of Descendants of Zombies and why you're so passionate about it. I know what it's like to collect the dolls. It's really cool because I used to collect action figures. I used to collect Gargoyles action figures years ago from 1994 up until 1999. I was a huge fan of Batman years ago. So I know what it's like to collect merch. And I know what it's like to be a fan of whatever you're a fan of. And I've always seen nothing wrong with being a fan of G.I. Joe or Batman or Sailor Moon or The Vampire Diaries or Twilight for some recency, because I remember how crazy people were about vampire TV shows and movies. Everybody was crazy about Twilight. They read the books. The Breaking Dawn book was over 1,000 pages, and I took myself up on the chance to read that book because I wanted to know why everybody felt so passionate about Twilight. And then, of course, the Vampire Diaries had their own version of these stories, how vampires had to have special rings to exist in the daylight. That was kind of really cool. I found the guys on that show to be very arrogant, but I would have loved the opportunity to have worked with them and to have written for the Vampire Diaries, and I understood why. Freya Skye was so passionate about it, and being just a huge fan of it. I just wish more people would have supported it in the way that it was forever and always meant to be supported and talked about, because I think that there are a lot of people who just choose to criticize something they really don't know anything about. Like, I was watching this one Dawn of the Vampires reaction video a couple of days ago, and people were just criticizing Meg Donnelly's cheerleading ability. And I was thinking to myself, could you just say something nice about her? Because the thing is, it wasn't really taking much of a chance and giving her much of a chance to really understand the character and really introduce herself to us and what she was going to go on to mean to having a legacy. Because I think that's what everybody wants to have in this lifetime, is a legacy. And if you can go on to have a legacy in this lifetime, that really means a lot, because you realize that you've reached a point of solidification. And I think that that is really important for somebody to have, is a point of solidification that is really important for everybody to really understand. Because I've always wanted to go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time. Now, whether or not that will happen for me, I really don't know. It can't happen without your guys' love and support, which is truly undeniable for this YouTube channel, because so many people feel very passionate about every video that I've ever uploaded on this YouTube channel. That'd be the reason why my room looks like the Jetsons today, with a brand new computer, a 65-inch TV, which I'll be watching Descendants 5 Book of Wonderland on this summer, which I'm incredibly excited about. And with all due respect to each and every one of you, I have no intentions of reviewing Descendants 5 Book of Wonderland with criticism. If I'm going to say anything about Descendants 5 Book of Wonderland, I'm going to talk about Descendants 5 Book of Wonderland the way it was forever and always meant to be talked about, and that's with respect and with dignity and with due diligence, by uploading a video about Descendants and Zombies every single time on this YouTube channel, because I know what it's like to be somebody in this universe who is a fan of whatever you're a fan of. Many years ago, I thought professional wrestling was real, which means that everything I saw on TV was actually real, and it wasn't a storyline, but it was scripted, of course, and of course the winners were predetermined. The storyline was already had a predictable outcome. But when I found out that wrestling was fake, my heart was broken. When I saw the shows like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers come to their dramatic conclusion, and video game franchises like Kingdom Hearts produce their final chapter, I was emotionally overcome, because I was always a fan of Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, because I saw the greater appreciation and the value in storylines. Because I think that there are so many opportunities to create a storyline. There are so many opportunities to offer an expansion. Because what you got to do with these franchises, like even High School Musical and Hannah Montana years ago, if they would have focused more on a story between Lily Truscott and Molly Stewart, Miley Cyrus's and Emily Osment's characters, instead of talking about how they attended public school and they were under a lot of pressure, I think if you would have focused on a story and the development of the characters and character traits and focused on that, then the negative vibe that we got from Hannah Montana and all the negative reviews would have kind of just evaporated, because there were more fans of Hannah Montana and more fans of Wizards than ever given credit for. I mean, the stars of Descendants and Zombies had the time of their lives at the Wizards Beyond Waverly Place premiere, and I supported that. I came out in flying colors out of respect for Kylie Cantrell, Freya Skye, who had the time of their lives at these premieres. I think that it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so why are we going to sit behind our microphones every time we have the chance and criticize this? I think we should be offering more support and more of a positive vibe to fans of Descendants and Zombies, and I may be the only guy on YouTube who believes in that. But I think that if we shy away from criticism about your favorite stars and the moments that made you a fan of Descendants and Zombies, then I think that it's going to make people more happier to click your subscribe button and feel more confident in your opinions. But unfortunately for a lot of people, they just can't record their thoughts on Descendants and Zombies because they have to provide you what they believe is constructive criticism. And forgive me, I don't believe that any form of criticism is a nice form of criticism, and I think it's forever and always needed to be shied away from. Because if you're going to turn on your microphone and you're going to push that record button, you got to push that record button with the incentive to provide people with the commentaries they forever and always wanted. Do I see a future for Freya Skye and Kylie Cantrell? Yes. And because of that, I want to talk about that future with a positive vibe to give people a reason to hit my subscribe button, because I'm a fan of Disney, because you see the life-size Mickey Mouses and Minnie Mouses behind me, the Dumbos and the Stitches, and the Sonic, which I'm a really big fan of, which you can get from my videos. I think there hasn't been a Sonic the Hedgehog video game that I haven't played, and I just have a new copy of The Walking Dead, which I'm looking forward to playing over the next couple of days. I haven't got around to doing it because I just installed a new supercomputer and a new 65-inch TV, but I have a whole lot of fun doing what I do. And I have a whole lot of fun believing, at least, that I'm touching the hearts of whoever I'm having the opportunity of touching their hearts with through every video that I've done. I think I can go a few extra minutes on this video. I usually record a 25-minute video to a time on this YouTube channel. But I just want to say thank you so much to everybody for all the love and support that you've shown this YouTube channel, because you guys pretty much took a guy who was a loser and made him into a superstar overnight. You guys really did make me famous overnight, and it was something that was totally unexpected by me to have happen for me, because I never ever thought that one of my videos that I would upload about Kylie and Dub would get over 1,000 views, and they're still getting over 1,000 views. The most recent Freya Skye video that I threw up on this YouTube channel accumulated over almost 2,000 views and making it the most popular, one of the most popular videos that I ever uploaded. I think it's the most third popular video that I ever uploaded on this YouTube channel, and I have each and every one of you to thank for that. Because I've always believed that if you're going to talk about Descendants of Zombies, and that is exactly what you should do, is you should talk about Descendants of Zombies. Every 10 minutes my screen dies and I have to push the enter button, and it's like a supercomputer when it turns on. It just goes to show how much $3,000 will get you on a YouTube channel. You guys do realize that I did create this YouTube channel because of you, right? And the reason why I'm here is because of each and every one of you. Because you guys obviously apparently saw a hero in me, and you've made me your voice of Descendants of Zombies, and I've never felt more honored to be your voice of Descendants of Zombies. And to be honest with you, since becoming your voice of Descendants of Zombies, there's a lot of pressure that goes with that, because I've never really wanted to let you guys down. I've forever and always wanted to be here to talk about Descendants of Zombies because of you, because I know how you feel about Kylie Cantrell. Do I think Kylie Cantrell deserves to cry? No, I don't. Do I think she deserves to have tears in her eyes? No, I think she should be wiping them away. And she should be focusing on training in a gym and getting in shape for her role as Red in the Descendants franchise, because now they're referring to her as Princess Red, which is a cool take on her character, and I think that she should be focusing on that. Kylie Cantrell is one of the strongest people that I think I've ever seen, absolutely fearless. And I think the love and support she gets from Malia and Ruby and C's all the time is great. Take my word for it. If I was the writer and producer of Disney, which you guys can get me in as by hitting my subscribe button and my like button, I would just love seeing them have fun, and I would love to do everything in my power to make sure that they had fun, because I think that a girl's happiness, there's no price tag on it. And I think because there's no price tag on a girl's happiness, we should all make a more effort to, make them happy and make them feel happy to be a part of a lifetime and be a part of whoever's life they can be a part of. And I think that all the love and support that we see from Kylie and Malia and Ruby being exemplified all the time is something that more of us could learn from than probably ever given credit for. I love doing this so much, and I love being here because of you. And I love just recording these videos and sharing my thoughts with hopefully thousands of people about Descendants of Zombies, because trust me, I'm a fan of songs like Fake It and Gold's Gone, and I know I've been suffering from a cold for the last couple of days, and I can't seem to find the cure for it. I've tried everything from chicken noodle soup to banana medicine, and you're saying to yourself, hey, Jonathan Clarke, you're not 7 years old, man. When did you stop drinking banana medicine? I don't know. But I always love banana medicine. The thing is, I think that no matter how much kindness we can share in a person's lifetime, the thing is, we just can never show enough of it. And the more appreciation that we have for people like Kylie and Ruby, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I really do. And I think the more videos that we can upload with a positive vibe, the further kindness can go in this lifetime. Because the one thing that I forever and always wanted to do in this lifetime was spread a message of kindness. Now, I don't know how effective my message of kindness has been for every video that I've uploaded, but I like to believe that somewhere, somehow, I've been able to do it. But I could never have done it without each and every one of you. Because for every single person who ever hits my subscribe button, they let me know that they love these videos. Because that's the only way for you to let me know that you love these videos, by hitting my like button or by hitting my subscribe button. So for every like I put up here, or every subscriber that I get, it lets me know that you guys appreciate these videos and you hear what I'm saying. Because all I've ever wanted to do is touch the heart of somebody. I just wanted to have an incredible reach. And believe you me, the day that I woke up and saw 1,000 views on the first video that I uploaded of Dove Cameron or Kylie Cantrell, My heart went out to every single person who ever watched this video because you saw that thumbnail and you clicked on it, because it's forever and always a challenge to upload a video with an authentic thumbnail or a title or a description and just hoping somebody's going to click on it, because many times I go to Booster Juice and I get Booster Juice and I come home and I wonder how many people subscribe, because I'm really depressed over finding out the guy who owns Booster Juice's actual name is never Booster. There was just something about the title of that franchise that always made me believe the guy running it was probably named Booster. But yeah, it's always a forever and always constant challenge to wonder how many people are going to subscribe to your YouTube channel. And to be honest with each and every one of you, for every video that I've ever uploaded, I've had no regrets. I've never looked back since, and I just want to be your voice of Descendants of Zombies for that foreseeable future, because I believe that if we're going to talk about Descendants of Zombies, we should talk about Descendants of Zombies in a way that it's forever and always been meant to be talked about, so that you know that somewhere, somehow, you've never failed to inspire somebody. And I like to believe that somewhere, somehow, I've been able to do that. But I could never have done it without your guys' love and support, because it blows my mind every single time that somebody hits that subscribe button because they love these videos. He or she loves these videos, and they love you for uploading videos about Descendants of Zombies and the content they find time and appreciating that made them a fan of Disney to begin with. And because I know what it's like to be each and every one of you and to be feeling really let down over these videos that are being uploaded, I just want you guys to know that I will forever and always be here because of each and every one of you, and I will continue to support and love the franchises that you grew up fans of. Because I can only wish that I had the chance to grow up being a fan of Descendants of Zombies. I just kind of noticed Descendants of Zombies, started watching it for the first time when I was 25 years old, which just goes to show that there's really no age demographic that specifically targets or triggers. It's all about how much you believe in a franchise. Kind of like how I was a huge fan of Hannah Montana and High School Musical years ago, and can remember vividly being a fan of High School Musical and Hannah Montana, and now it's kind of carried over into Descendants, which is really, really cool. Guys, just knowing that I was able to touch your hearts with these videos is an honor and a privilege for me to sit here in front of this microphone and to talk about Descendants of Zombies with each and every one of you. These Mickey Mouses and Minnie Mouses look really huge in this camera. There's something about this new computer that really brings things to life. I love it so much. Guys, if you get a moment, please hit my subscribe button, hit my like button, and let Clarke and Freya and Skye know that you love them by hitting my subscribe button and hitting my like button, because I really do love uploading these videos for everybody who's ever been a fan of Descendants of Zombies, and I can't seem to thank you guys enough for all the love and support that you've shown these videos. So show your love for this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and this conversation will continue, because this conversation never has to end. And I never wanted it to end, and I have this thing where I never want to say goodbye to franchises, so I hope we never get to that point, which is why I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that Descendants of Zombies truly does and really does live on forever. Because you guys have deserved that for a very long time and deserve far better than what you've been seeing on YouTube, and it's about time somebody gave that to you, went out of their way to upload great videos about Descendants of Zombies. Clarke and Freya, Skye will forever be inspirations to me and forever and always hold a special place in my heart, and I hope you will join me on this incredible journey, because I still have a lot to say and we still have a long way to go, and I would just love for you to be a part and come along with me on this incredible journey as we continue to analyze, break down, and discuss all things that have made us fans of Descendants of Zombies, because the only thing left for us to do in this lifetime is to stay calm and zombie on into that foreseeable future. I gotta go take some more banana medicine because I feel really sick. There's something about this cold going around that's really been bothering me, and that's why you hear me kind of, with a stuffed up throat and stuff. I don't know, man. But I do love talking about Descendants of Zombies with each and every one of you, and to be honest with each and every one of you, I just love talking about all Disney franchises and all aspects of Disney. Thank you guys so much for really believing in me and taking a chance on me when you really didn't have to. It's been an honor to sit in front of this chair, having this microphone turned on, and having the chance to record my thoughts on Descendants of Zombies. Hopefully I will feel better over the next couple of days, and by hitting the like button, you can let me know how you feel about this video. Guys, thank you so much. for all the love and support that you've shown Kylie and Sherelle and Freya Skye, because they can never seem to get enough love and support with all the criticism they're faced with. It seems like every day that I see Kylie and Sherelle and Freya Skye going home on a tour bus and waking up every morning to a video where people are uploading their critical reviews of Clarke and Freya and Freya Skye, there's really no need of it. And I think that it's really getting to them, and it's really putting tears in their eyes that are totally unnecessary, and I just wanted to do something about that to let them know that everything was going to be okay. And ever since reaching out to them for the very first time, it seems like more people feel mutual about this kind of thing like I do, because I think that Clarke and Freya and Freya Skye are just so full of talent and so full of life. And the more fun they have, the more enjoyable it is for me to record videos about Clarke and Freya and Freya Skye. Hopefully, they will eventually see this channeled, and my message will be reached by more people than ever before, because I've always just wanted to touch the hearts of your favorite stars and what made you a fan of Descendants of Zombies, because, of course, the only way to be in this lifetime is to stay calm and zombie on. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I will have a new video uploaded over the next 24 hours, so if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're probably going to want to do that. Thank you so much for watching. Stay calm and zombie on, everybody, in the foreseeable future, because that's the only way to forever and always remain in this lifetime. Thank you so much for watching.